Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening to everyone who is listening to our presentation. The title is Collaborative Online International Learning, or COIL, projects, supporting disadvantaged and underrepresented business students as a substitute for study abroad. The two co-authors are myself, Zlatinka Blaber, from the Bertolone School of Business at Salem State University, Massachusetts, USA, and my colleague Yulia Samoilyk from Poltava State Agrarian University in Poltava, the Ukraine. First of all, what is COIL? COIL is also known as virtual exchange, and it has become very popular after the COVID-19 pandemic, although it has existed since 2007. COIL promotes international competencies, intercultural communication skills, and time management skills, among many other benefits for students. COIL also supports disadvantaged and underrepresented students in business and other subjects, since COIL is inclusive and free to students. All students from both classes, not just those with financial resources, get to work with students from the other country. This is a great substitute for study abroad, since it is online and it's short in time and it is free to students. It's inexpensive. It involves the collaboration of two or more classes, but usually two classes, from two or more different countries on a common class project. COIL is initiated by the two instructors. They set together the COIL project goals and objectives. They determine the topics of the students' projects, the deliverables, maybe a PPT presentation, maybe a paper, the deadlines. The professors establish together the grading or marking rubrics. They determine together the student team's composition, etc. An easy way to do the teams is by alphabetical order of last name for both classes. But you can also randomly pick, if you want, the teams and the members. The collaboration may be synchronous, such as Zoom or Teams, or asynchronous, such as Flipgrid, video sharing, OneDrive shared folders, Facebook groups, or any others. Be mindful of the time zone differences, because this will determine whether the synchronous meeting would make sense or not. Many times, if you have, let's say, 9-10 hours of a time zone difference, asynchronous is better than synchronous meetings. It may be outside of class time, as long as you put this on your syllabus and you tell the students 1 or 2 days during the semester you'll meet at 8 a.m. when it is, let's say, 4 p.m. in another country. The student teams need to include students from both countries to facilitate the intercultural communication. Sometimes students speak English, but sometimes they don't. In this case, you would use Google Translate. Google Translate can translate speech and written text in many languages. The project needs to be graded or marked to increase student motivation to participate and complete it. Usually, the co-project should be between 20 and maybe 40% of the semester grade for better student motivation to do it well. My experience with COIL. The first two bullets give you links to resources on COIL from SUNY COIL, State University of New York. They've done COIL since 2007. And the second one is Kansai University's COIL, or COIL in Japan. They also offer resources. Both offer partnering fairs where you can go and find a partner from another country. I know for sure that the COIL partnering fair is free. I'm not sure about the SUNY COIL, but you can check on that. Then I have done COIL with Ukraine, Colombia, Saudi Arabia, and Pakistan. Yulia Samoilyk, with whom we're doing the presentation, was my COIL partner professor last semester in fall 2021, Her class and my class collaborated together, and the experience was very, very positive for both sides. You can decide whether to do one or two COIL partnerships. Be mindful that it takes some time and organizing.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone who listening this presentation. First of all, I would like to thank the organizer for opportunity to participation in this conference. And also many thanks to Professor Zlatinka Blaber from Styron State University for our collaboration and friendly attitude. In this difficult time for Ukraine, the time of the war with the Russian Federation, we very appreciate to support and empathy from abroad. I want to say about organizational particularities of COIL project. We enrolled 42 students to this project. We created 7 teams, including 50% of students from Silent State University and 50% from Poltava State Agrarian University. Each team worked on its own topic. For example, Bloomberg Terminal Commodities Trading class summaries and analysis, the alternative meat industry, the alternative milk industry, the fish industry in New England, the USA, the salmon industry in the USA, the oyster industry in Ukraine, the confectionery industry in Ukraine, etc. This project was very interesting for me, for my student, and I hope for American student too. Our COIL project allows to develop following skills for students. First of all, it's hard skills. For example, the ability to work with foreign literature, the work with international database, world statistical reports, and enterprise data. For example, it's work with World Bank data, Euro Commission data, data from USDA, and another famous databases. To provide economic justification of projects, to perform project management and division of responsibilities function during project implementation, to work with differences computer program for data processing, to work with program for research results presentation, and soft skills, for example, the ability to work in team, the languages communication development, time management, to study of the foreign culture, the interest in participation in similar projects in the future, and the friendship with foreign people. I very appreciate the participation in this project and hope to our future collaboration with Professor Blaber and with Asylum State University. Thank you very much for the attention.